Okay, just gonna search through Twitter here. Holy crap! What's up guys, King Goji here, and if you aren't aware of what's going on, you are living under a rock at Tokyo Comic Con last night. The designs for all the monsters in Godzilla, King of the Monsters 2019, were revealed in their 6 monster form. Holy crap! So much happened last night. Apparently the theme for Godzilla in the new movie was shown, and I just my pants. It showed a teaser for the trailer coming out next week. That was okay. Sorry, my family's being loud, so I'm gonna tell them to be quiet. I apologize for that. So, the designs were revealed, and oh my goodness, I'm in love. I'm in love! Alright, let us start with the designs. Let's start off with Godzilla, shall we? Wow. I already love it. I love it so much. This looks like a perfected 2014 design. Don't get me wrong. I love the 2014 design. It's awesome. But it did have some things I didn't like about it, like the small spine, tiny eyes, kind of weird feet. But those were okay. This looks perfected. This looks like what 2014 should have been. Let's get off with some negatives, aka nitpicks, because there aren't really any outstanding negatives about this design. Just tiny nitpicks. That's the most I could come up with. First of all, the head does look a little smaller compared to the body than the 2014 did. Not a huge issue, just a tiny nitpick. He does look a little slimmed down, which I did like my Godzilla bulky. That's partially why I like the 2014 design. I like a bulky Godzilla. Looks intimidating, looks threatening. But anyways, I don't mind it. It's okay. And the tail is shortened and is more in line with the Showa tails, where it is rounder and stumpier at the end. So yeah, positives. Holy crap, is this thing amazing! His eyes are a lot bigger, which was a big complaint in the last movie. I didn't mind. The spikes are a lot bigger, and holy crap, literally what they did was take the 1954 spikes, added little tweaks to them, slap them onto the 2014 design, and bam! An issue what I had with the 2014 design, spine design, is that they were kind of small, and they were maple leaf shaped, but they didn't have enough traditional, like, elements to them to be considered, like the original spines. I mean, they had enough, but I don't know. These are straight up classic mixed with 2014, and it's awesome. Like, in the original, it had a middle row of spines and a barely visible, 2 other rows on the sides of them. This is straight up 3 rows of the classic mixed with 2014 in a special twist. But yeah, they look amazing. His feet look bigger and are more in line with the original. The claws are a lot sharper. I was surprised by that. They look like talons almost. He still has the same tail in the sense that the size and the girth and the overall scale design, except for the tip, but you know. His arms do look a little bit longer and a little more bulky, but they look cool. I do love that this SH Monsters figure can look up. That was an iconic scene, and apparently is going to be more iconic for the rest of the ad campaign and for the movie. So, yeah, that's awesome. He still has the thick thigh. But anyway, let's move on to the next monster. Let's move to Rodan, eh? Wow, he looks amazing. I love how his wings look like molten lava. Like, if his wings look like they were made of lava and hardened in the air, and that's like that. Like, it looks awesome. Looks like lava coming down the volcano, and it hardened, and yeah, I really like that about this design. He looks very fiery. He does look like he came out of a volcano. We did see him a lot in the first trailer, so I'm not too surprised by the design. He looks very traditional. A lot of people are saying he's a mix of the original with the Heisei design. I personally don't see Heisei. That was more skinny. It was very bird-like in a sense that it was super bird-like with like, but it had like super like dragon wings. I didn't like that about the Heisei design. It had weird dragon wings. I don't like Rodan with dragon wings. I like him with cool pterodactyl wings. That's just my opinion though. His head looks like the original for sure, but he looks like the original mixed with the Final Wars Rodan. Yeah, very bulky, very muscle, except for the arms don't look as buff as the Final Wars one does. But he has the biggest wingspan comparison to the body than any Rodan ever, which is cool. Yeah, he looks awesome. He looks like hardened lava. So that's awesome. Let's move on to Mothra. Now, I do want to point out that a couple times in this segment, I do call Mothra a he. That is not intentional, and that is just me overhyped over this design. Mothra is female, and I don't know why I kept calling him he. Mothra looks awesome, and there are a lot of negative opinions coming out about this, and personally, I don't see why. The original Mothra design would not have worked compared to the other designs. Like, in the Monsterverse, that wouldn't have worked. I'm not saying the design was bad. It was great for the Showa, Heisei, and Millennium period, yeah. This fits in more in line with the Monsterverse in the grounded, realistic way. It looks like a moth, but, like, with a few features that make it mix with other bugs. It looks like a big bug. A big bug. The wings look very traditional in coloration. I'm surprised they weren't blue. They were very blue in the trailer, but I guess that's not a thing anymore. His eyes are... Yeah, their eyes look cool. They're not as big and cutesy-wootsy. They look more menacing. Same with the antenna. His body, he has a big thorax, skinny, whatever it's called, waist. I don't even know what they call it. I don't know bug anatomy. I do like how his head is more streamlined into the abdominal area, the upper chest area. It's not as like sticking out bulbous as like the original Mothra heads are. It's more like blends in with it. It looks cool. I love the long legs, very bug-like, and I love the pincers. Like this Mothra, it's beautiful, but it, as Michael Dory said, it's very beautiful, but it's very deadly. It looks like it's actually ready to attack something. And the spots on the wings, that they're supposed to, the little circle rings, they're supposed to look like Godzilla's eyes, because you know in the natural world, moths, the rings around their on their wings are supposed to look like predator eyes to scare off other predators. And that's what Michael Dougherty said, they're supposed to be Godzilla's eyes, but yeah. I love the design, I love everything about it, I'm in love. And now for the true one himself, if I can find it. Oh my gosh! He looks intimidating. He looks awesome. A lot of people saying he looks generic. I'm like, really? No, he doesn't look generic at all. I like how realistic he looks. He looks like a very modern interpretation of the Ghidorah. He has kind of GMK-ish feet, but they're not legs, sorry. He has kind of GMK legs, but the feet are their own thing. Basically a dinosaur's leg. But it's not like the chicken feet, if you know what I mean, like GMK. The wings look are very homage to the traditional, where they're out and open. I like how long the necks are. The heads clearly take inspiration from the Heisei design. There's no tufts of fur, which I was a little disappointed about. I do like the fur. If they could have like incorporated the fur with the horns, that would have been awesome. There's no crescent moon horn on the top of its head like in the GMK and the original Ghidorah was. I don't mind that. A lot of people compare Ghidorah's heads to Smaug. I don't see that at all. To me, it looks like Heisei Ghidorah's head mixed with Godzilla 2014's head. Boom, you got this. Smaug's was more like Komodo dragon or like monitor lizard. It doesn't look like, I don't see it at all. Like, I'm gonna put a comparison in. Here's Smaug's head. Here's Ghidorah's head. They both look like dragons, but like this one looks more like an actual dragon. Well, Smaug's looks more like a lizard. But yeah, he looks huge. I love how he needs 2 support stands for his wings. So like, wow. I really like this design. Like, I love it. I'm in love with all of these, and I wish I could afford all of them. I'm gonna have to stick with the NECA because, frankly, that's in my budget. That honestly saddens me. I definitely want to get the Godzilla from this line, though. For sure. That's like a big, of course. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you like these designs or not, leave in the comments below. If you were excited as I am about these designs in the movie, let me know too. Because these are awesome, and I love them. And all opinions aside, you know, if you don't like them, that's okay. But, hit the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!